All right, guys, so we are going to begin in the most comfy position that you can find. I don't mind if you're sitting, if you're lying, if you're kneeling, if you're rugged up in a blanket, but I just want you to get yourself in the most comfortable position that you can and close down the eyes. And let yourself just arrive for a moment, deep breath in and sigh that breath out. Good, let's do that again. A nice deep breath in through the nose, belly, ribs, chest, back, full of breath, and then open the mouth, sigh it out. We're gonna do it one more time. Deep breath. And then you'll start to drift into your nostril breathing. I'd ask tonight that you don't control the length at this stage. Just notice, maybe the inhale needs to be a bit longer right now, maybe the exhale. Yeah, maybe they just find themselves in an equal balance or sama, vritti pranayama, equal inhale, equal exhale. And with your eyes closed, you know what? I'm going to mix this up on you right now. Wherever you are, whatever time of the day you're practicing, I want you to either look outside out the window, and if you're in a room or a space where you can't do that, get on up, push pause, go outside. I want you to be able to see something outside, okay? And it doesn't have to be anything extraordinary, but I want you to find one thing outside right now that is beautiful. Yeah, you can find beauty in just about anything. Don't go looking for 5 things, just choose one for now. And just focus on that one thing. It could be a flower or a tree. It could be a child smiling or laughing, or maybe it's a table set that you have outside that you're really happy. It's beautiful. And I want you to find just one thing outside that is really beautiful. I want you to smile to yourself, the beauty of this, just one item out there in nature. Good. And I want you to start to feel into how does that make you feel when you see or experience something beautiful outside. If you've gone away from your mat, come on back. Have a seat, but keep the eyes closed now. Maybe you can see that beautiful image in your mind's eye. And then I want you to just continue to allow that breath to flow freely through the nose. And just think of one thing about yourself. One thing about yourself that you know is beautiful. It could be your eyes or your hair, or it could be your kindness, your smile, your generosity. It could be the role that you play in someone's life, but something about yourself that you believe truly and deeply is beautiful. And go ahead and let yourself smile about it. How does it feel to identify something about yourself that's beautiful? Notice if it causes your mind to race around, or if you can really allow yourself to step into that beauty. And then just one person in your life, one person, past, present, in your life. I want you to think of just one thing about them that's so beautiful. Again, it could be physical, it could be energetic or emotional, but just one thing, and let yourself just resonate on that. When we take opportunities to find beauty in anything, in everything, in everyone, then we simultaneously shift ourselves into something that feels like a beautiful state of being. And in that beautiful state, love exists, appreciation exists. And in this state, when we make choices, decisions, we move our body, we sit in stillness in a beautiful state. Stuff happens inside. Yeah. We start to secrete that serotonin, and just sitting here, we can start to feel good. We can start to feel happy. And then we can take this beautiful state into our practice, as we will now. If you have your legs crossed, just swap the other one in front. If you're lying down, come to a seat. If you have blankets, get rid of them. But with that beautiful state in mind and in heart, take a deep breath, extend your arms up, reach them up. As you exhale, twist over to the right side. Left hand finds right knee. Keep the twist in your spine, but turn your head and neck to look forward. Drop your chin down towards your left shoulder. Lift your chin up. And then trace the ceiling with your gaze all the way to the back right shoulder. Next inhale breath, reach both arms up. Gentle twist over to the left side. Keep the torso rotating. Bring your head to look forward, out over the right shoulder. Draw your chin down. Then lift the chin up. Start to trace the ceiling with your gaze so it falls back behind you again. And then inhale, both arms reaching up. This time, press the palms together at the center of the heart. Little smile on your face. We're going to rub those palms together. Rub them a little more. Just a little bit more until they're really warm. And I want you to take those warm, energetic palms and place them across your face, and your head, and your ears, and your neck, your shoulders, maybe your chest and your arms, maybe your side, waist, belly, your back. Go on and straighten those legs out. Send your hands along the entire length of the legs into your feet. All of this stuff that we're touching is beautiful. And now that prana, that energy is just waking up in our entire body. Let's come on to all four. Yeah, let your movement feel a little bit like smiling. Yeah, so the toes, take a deep breath. Extend the heart forward, collarbones, smile. Point the toes, exhale, round the spine, dome it up. Face between shoulder blades, smile. Curl toes, in breath, extend. Point toes, out breath, round and flex. Just one more inhale. And exhale. Good. Return to a neutral spine position here. We're going to take right leg straight back. Stretch it back. Now, you're trying to spread your toes out like Barbie toes. Yeah, spread them out. The ankle is pointing, but the toes are kind of pulling back a little bit. And then we're going to lift that leg a little higher than we normally do, but draw those front ribs in. That's our inhale. And then as you exhale, round spine curl, knee to nose, dome upper back. Inhale, stretch it back and lift it up a little bit more. No dumping in low spine. Exhale, round, scoop and curl. Good. Let's do that one more time. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Take that straight right leg back and then just bend the right knee. Yeah, I want you to try to hug the heel to the bottom, and maybe this is where you stay. Left arm is going to stretch forward and see how we feel. Maybe it sweeps backwards and the chest starts to open, and maybe you can grab the right foot or ankle. If the body's not yet warmed up today, that's okay. Just stick with where you were. But if you grab the foot, you kick it backwards and lift it up. Check your outer left hip is hugging to the midline. Mine falls out instantly. Yeah, I have to very consciously drag the outer left hip towards the outer right hip. Pull them together. Keep drawing inward and upward, collarbones smiling open. And then just release the foot. We're going to take that Barbie-like foot behind us to the left side. So place the ball of the right foot down, stretch your toes. Go ahead and look back to see, look past your left shoulder to see your right toe. Yeah, see if you can drag your left rib cage and left hip closer together. So we kind of have this like twisty situation. The right side of your waist is stretching. Push back stronger into the right heel for another breath. That's it. Bring it in. And then we'll release. So sit the hips back to the heels. Crawl the hands to the left side of the mat. Right hand on top of left. Rest the right ear down on the right upper arm. 3 deep breaths. And this time I want you to check in. At this stage in my practice, is my inhale a little longer than my exhale? Or is my exhale longer than my inhale? Or have I miraculously found that sama, that balance, that equanimity? Let's not judge it, let's just find out. Come back into the center, and then we'll repeat that all business on the other side. Spread fingers. Good. Roll shoulders back. Scoop belly, ribs in, and then left leg goes straight back. Spread the toes. Push back through ball of foot. Take another inhale, lift that leg a little bit higher. No arching, low back exhale, round the spine. Scoop the belly, push intentionally into the palms of the hand. As you inhale and reach back, you're lifting the leg a little bit. You'll feel the glutes engage. As you exhale, rounding, scooping, feel the space between the shoulder blades open. As you're inhaling and lifting left leg, you might feel hip flexors start to open up. And exhale, draw them. Take it back. And then we're just going to bend that left knee. So I want you to try to get heel towards bottom. Squeeze that so we have some activation there. Maybe right arm reaches forward. This is totally enough. If you want to spin and open that chest, right hand reaches backwards, could stay there. Or hook the left foot, kick back and kick up. Now again, if you're like me, my right hip, it wants to splay out to the right side. So I'm going to really hug it in. As I hug the right hip in, I'll hug the outer left hip and pull them together. And that gives me this intensity that allows me to kick back a little more, lift the heart up more. Feels like the whole spine is smiling now. We're only just getting started. Last big. And then just release. Right hand down. So ball of foot is out. You take left foot across to the right side of the mat. And I really want you to push back to that left heel. You're already feeling a bit of a stretch in the left side of the body. You feel a little more right rib coming to right hip. Look back. See the toes. Lengthen that heel away. Deep, full breath. Bringing it back into the center. We'll bring the knees either apart or together for child's pose. Hands across to the right, left hand on top. Left ear, upper arm. Couple of deep breaths. Just this warm-up sequence, allowing you to feel how good this stuff can really feel, right? Allow yourself to feel where the breath is landing in the body, how the breath draws your awareness into the present moment. Because the present moment is pretty bloody good, right? Yeah. And then let's come on forward again. Let's wake up that upper spine if we are just kind of waking things up today. Lower yourself down. Take the hands wider than the mat, high in the fingertips. Feels like your collarbones and chest are stretching already. Rest forehead down. And then roll. Forehead up, chin, chest, ribs, maybe upper belly, and then melt down, upper belly, ribs, chest, chin, forehead. Just a few times. Really let the spine undulate. Doesn't need to be high. Doesn't need to be huge. I'm going to take just one more. Plug the palms underneath the shoulders. Curl the toes. Float your way back up to downward facing dog. If you're feeling a little bit stiff or resistant this evening or this morning, whenever you're practicing, maybe you take your feet a little bit wider. A wide leg downward facing dog is quite a nice place to begin. Or you can have your feet hip distance apart, totally up to you. But I want you to find that breath. It's in a deep state of flow. Check back in. Has it changed? Is it equal? Is inhale or exhale longer? Check into the palms of the hands here, please. I want you to press into the pads of the fingertips, right down to the knuckles of those fingers, but the heel of the hand is very lightly kissing the mat. Let your head hang so the ears rest between the upper arms. Float the tailbone up, soften the knees. We're going to press into the toes and lift the heels as high as they'll go. There's a bend in the knees like the thighs would come to touch the belly. And then easily soften both heels down at the same time. They don't need to touch the floor. As you take a deep breath, lift the heels, let the knees bend, thighs come towards belly. Exhale, kiss the floor with the heels one more time. Inhale. And exhale. Let's crawl the feet all the way up ahead to the hands. Feet can be hips distance apart, choice of hands on the floor, on the shins, or holding the elbows. We're not going to stay here long, so give yourself permission to just let go in this hanging forward fold. Anything that's kind of trying to pull you back right now, that's trying to keep you from that beautiful state, I need you to let that stuff go right here, right now. Good. Release the hands. As you inhale, slide the hands off the shins, extend the spine, open the heart. Hold here. Might need a micro bend in those knees. Arms are going to stretch forward. Reach actively forward with the fingertips. Point the tailbone a little backwards, a little bit up. Stay one more breath. Strong into the soles of the feet. We're rising all the way up. There's going to be a little back bend. It doesn't have to be huge. Back ribs lift. You press forward. Look up. And then exhale, melt the arms down by the sides as you arrive. Give your shoulders a big roll up, back, and down. And let's just wake up that side body just a little bit. Reach that right arm straight up. As you exhale, slide the left hand down the left leg. Check if the feet are parallel. Feel for the length on the inhale, little more depth on the exhale. Dialing it up a notch by sliding the left hand across the belly, reaching it over to the right side. See if you can find more space, more reach. Good. We're going to inhale and come up, reach both arms up and bring your right knee up to your chest. Doesn't have to make it there, but I want you to feel this lift. You're finding that balance, that center point from that left foot all the way up the left leg. Maybe it's time to extend the right leg out for just a breath or two. And then we'll place the right foot back down, feet hips distance apart. Release the arms, give the shoulders a let's do the same thing as others. Inhale, left arm reaches up, exhale, right hand slides down the right leg. Notice the space that you can feel down the left side body. Reach a little longer on the inhale, glide a little deeper on the exhale. You want that extra little bit, right arm slices across the belly. Don't stop there. Reach the hands equal and opposite from one another. Push evenly into both feet. Staying one more breath. And then we'll inhale it all the way back up. Bring that left knee up. Lift it up like it's going to touch your chest. Get it higher than your head. Press down into the sole of the right foot. Lift up through the crown of the head, all 10 fingertips lifting. That's it. One more breath here. And then we'll extend it out in front. Maybe it's not so high, but it's straight. Your spine didn't lean back, but it lifted up. Last inhale. As you exhale, release it down. Good. Still at the top edge of the mat, we'll move through a variation of sun cell. Inhale, arms up, head drops back. Exhale, just bring the hands to the heart. Press the palm. Remember that something beautiful that you saw outside just before we began. Inhale, arms up and back. As you exhale, tip forward from the hips. Bring a sense of beauty into your breath. Inhale, half lift. Into your movement and into your practice. Exhale, right foot steps back, right knee down. Point your toes. Good. As you inhale, choice to keep fingers down or just go on. Reach all the way up. Feel that lift. Maybe there's a softening forward into the hips today. Maybe they're staying stacked. It's up to you. But feel that lightness, that lifting in the upper body out of the foundation that the low body creates. Let's stay here for another breath. And then we're going to lean it over to the left side. I'm going to hold right wrist with left hand. Lean over and look down into that left armpit. Lean a little more. Drop the hips more forward. Maybe that feels good. Last big breath. Inhale it straight back up, reach up. And then exhale, swing the hands backwards, straighten the left leg. We'll come to that half split. Roll the shoulder blades back and down. You want your thumbs sticking out like you're hitchhiking. Drag that outer left hip back. If you need to place hands down, that's okay. Otherwise, we're stretching equal and opposite. Stay here, one more breath. Good. Crawl the hands forward, bend into that left knee, right toes curl. And we'll step the left foot straight back. We go straight to downward facing dog. And then lifting both heels, resting both knees down, look forward. Exhale, shift, elbows hug ribs, chin, chest, touch. Inhale, point toes, slide through. Roll the collarbones back. The shoulder blades pull down the middle of the back as the heart begins to open. Exhale, press back to downward facing dog. We'll stay here for a deep inhale through nose. Open the mouth, sigh the breath out. Yes. Next inhale breath, take the right leg straight back up. Just hold the hips square for a moment as you exhale. Inhale, point the toes, roll the right hip open, lift the straight right leg a little higher. Stay on the exhale. One more breath like this. We're going to bend the right knee, inhale, roll the hip open, but look under the left armpit. Kind of drag that right armpit down to the floor. Great job. Inhale, right leg straight up. We're going to step the foot all the way through the hand. Doesn't make it, just shimmy it forward. Rest the left knee down like the toe. Hands could stay down, or we're going to sweep them all the way up today. Maybe we keep those hips level and stacking on the left knee, or maybe we allow them to melt forward today. I want you to feel into your body. What is it asking for? Is there some integrity downstairs so I know that I'm not just spilling or collapsing, but rather feel light and lift? Good. And as we move towards our lean, right hand will hold left wrist, lift, and then take it over to the right. Look down underneath that right armpit, past the right hip. Good. Lean a little more, drop a little deeper, breathe a little calmer. Last. As you inhale, we're going to come up, and then exhale, sweep the hands back, right leg goes straight. So don't worry about how far down we go. We'll come back to this, a little different variation. So we're just dragging the hips back. I like to feel my hips stay level. I need to pull that right one back a bit more. Can I pull the shoulder blades down the middle of the back just a bit more? This is the last. Good. If you bend forward into the right knee, curl the back left toes, and then let's just step forward to meet the right. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, melt down and sweeping the hands forward and up, all the way back. Find a little bit of a back bend, a lift of the back of the foot. Exhale, palms press at the center of the head. Let's stay for nice inhale. Good. So we'll start with that circling. Inhale, arms reach down, around, and all the way up. Exhale, hands press at the heart. That's something beautiful that you found in yourself. Inhale, the arms reach up. Exhale, tip forward and fold. Keep that in your mind's eye. Inhale, look forward. Give yourself a smile. Exhale, left foot steps back. Land with the knee and point the toes. This time we are going to inhale and reach the arms all the way up. Take a few exhale, cactus the arms. Lift the chest, maybe lift the chin. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, cactus the arms, really broad in the collarbones. We're only doing it one more time. As you exhale, hold here. Stay for the inhale, elbows, palms pull back. And then as you exhale, swing the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers. Make a fist with your knuckles and then stretch those knuckles back more. Drag the heart up a little more. Maybe forward with the pelvic bowl. Maybe backwards with the shoulders and knuckles. Last big breath. Good. This time as you exhale, we're going to release the hands, right leg goes straight. We're not going to try to bring the fingertips to the floor. Yeah, drag that outer right hip backwards, and we're going to move the spine a little bit. Think a little bit like that rolling cobra. So if you inhale, it's like we're lifting the chin and the sternum up, outer right hip pulls back. And then as you exhale, melt your way down over the right side. Inhale, pull, roll, peel yourself up. And exhale, melt. Now, if you need to place your hands on blocks or books, that's okay. Inhaling to lift and exhaling. I want you to choose your spot where you want to hold for just 2 breaths. Maybe that's in the fold, maybe that's lifted. But let yourself soften into the pose with a bit of a smile. This yoga business, it's supposed to feel pretty good. There'll be points of discomfort, but we learn to work with them on the mat so that we get a little better at them often. Yeah? Let's use your next inhale to crawl forward, curl left toes, and then the right foot steps back to downward. We're going to go right away, inhale the heels, set knees down and look forward. Exhale, chin and chest. Oh, inhale, curl your way forward and through, rising. Exhale, downward facing down. In through nose, big sigh, out through mouth. Inhale, the left leg goes straight back up, hold it, stay on the exhale. Inhale, point the toes, roll the left hip open, stay with the straight leg, exhale. Bend the left knee as you inhale. Look on the right armpit as you exhale. We're going to stay here another breath. We're trying to drag the left armpit and rib down to the floor while we twist through the torso, while we twist through the hip. Yes. Extend the left leg back up as you breathe in, and exhale, step it all the way through. Right knee lands. Inhale, sweep those arms all the way up. Keep lifting up with your energy with those fingertips, but exhale, practice the arms open up. Inhale, the heart stays lifting, pelvic floor, navel lifting. Exhale, more count. Relax the neck, the shoulders. Use your final exhale to really extend, expand, and hold. Stay here, inhale. And then as you exhale, just reach those hands behind. Try the opposite grip with your fingertips. Make a fist, press your palms, stretch those knuckles back. And each breath, you might find a little more space, a little more lift, a little more lightness. Right here, it feels like the smile across your collarbone, the smile across your chest. Yes, we'll lift those arms up a little bit more. There's a smile in your whole spine. And then slowly extend the left leg, release the hands. Let's find the fingertips resting on something. It's okay if you can't get your spine so straight today. Yeah, we're going to use that kind of undulation with our breath. Our inhale is up, and our exhale lets us fold and melt down. Our inhale rolls us up. Our exhale pours us down. Keep wrapping the outer left hip backwards as much as you can. As you pull that hip backwards, it kind of puts a little tension, pulls on that heel, the back of that left heel point. You'll feel a really nice sensation around that whole outer left thigh, hip, along that line. Yeah. Good. Let's crawl our way forward, curl right toes, and again, just step the right foot forward. Inhale, half lift, and then exhale. So root down to rise all the way up, sweep the arms to the front, take your back bend. And then exhale, hands to the heart. Give yourself a deep breath. Okay. What I'm going to ask you to do is stand long ways on your mat. I will do my level best to not say right and left, okay? So you see where your front of your mat is, back of your mat is. That will be the cue, okay? Right now, we're going to start in goddess pose. So heels turn in, toes turn out. This is our goddess pose. Yeah? Any variation with your arms that feels like beautiful, like goddess. Yeah? Sit down a little deeper. Get light on your feet, buoyant in your hips, lifted in your pelvic floor. Now you're going to inhale, face the front edge of your mat and find a high crescent lunge. I'm going to sweep my arms down, forward, and up. Yeah. Stay on the exhale. Inhale is here. Open to goddess on the exhale. Inhale, sweep to the back of your mat, high crescent lunge. We'll stay on the exhale. One more big inhale. Exhale to goddess pose. You get it now, one breath per movement. Inhale, high crescent to the front. Exhale, sweep it open, goddess. Inhale to the back of the mat, high crescent. Exhale, sweep it open. You've got it toe. Good. Inhale, sweep it up. Lock your thumbs. Spread your fingers. Exhale, release the thumbs. Press the palms wide apart. Inhale, sweep it up. High crescent, thumbs locked. Exhale, press the palms away from you. Good. Inhale, lock those thumbs. Feel the back ribs. Lift the upper back. Broaden. Exhale, push away, guys. Good. Inhale to the back of the mat. Pull those thumbs. Good. Last time like this. Exhale, guys. Good. We're going to turn to the front of the mat. Again to your high crescent lunge. But this time we're going to hold. Sink down low. If you need to, bend that back. Go back knee. Lift your pubic bone up. Good. So you're going to go to a closed twist. Yes, you're twisting out over your front knee. For me, I'm twisting over my left knee, my right arm reaches forward, left arm reaches back. Closed twist. Stay here for 3. First. Last. Inhale, find your high crescent lunge. Good. Exhale, tip forward to arrowhead. Keep the arms in line with the ears if you can. So we're going to stay on the inhale, stretch through back heel, forward fingertip. Exhale, pull the arms to cactus. Inhale, reach them. Now I want you to feel like you're pulling. Exhale, like you're pulling against resistance. Inhale, reach long, stretch long. Good. We'll give that left leg, that front leg a break in a moment. Keep dragging those shoulder blades together. You got this. Last breath like this. Hold your cactus. Direct the hands behind. Inhale, lift the chest, stretch those knuckles back. And then as you exhale, we'll fold. So your hands are on the floor framing your front foot. Your front leg is going to straighten. You have the choice to work your pyramid pose today with the back heel lifted, or step it a bit closer and press your back foot flat. I don't mind. Reach backwards with one of your hands and feel your pelvis. Maybe it rotated a little bit. I want you to pull that hip. Front leg hip pulls back. Good. And then you find your foundation in the soles of both feet. Find the steadiness of the pose. You have the choice to keep the hands on the floor, on the shin, or maybe they reach behind the back and you take press palms or press fists. The elbows lift away from the floor. The neck remains long. We have just another breath. Stay strong in the legs. Inhale all the way back up. You're going to open to your goddess. Push the walls away from you. Flex at the wrist. Good. Let's make a fist in the circle. Get a little lower in your goddess. Amazing. We're going to turn to the back edge of your mat. Now you kind of know everything. We're going to take our high crescent lunge at the back of the mat and just hold it here. Get down nice and low. Back knee now, back knee. Could be soft or could be straight. Twisting out your closed twist. So whatever foot is at the back edge of the mat, you're going to twist that hand behind you. Get your chest is facing out over that bent knee. You got it. Calm, deep breaths, but see if you can settle in a little deeper. Good. Just one more breath. Get that back heel up nice and high. And let's sweep both arms forward and up. And then exhale, tip forward to arrowhead. Now that back leg can go straight. Lean forward out over that leg. Now if you need to, take support of the hand, that's okay. Otherwise, on your exhale breath, cactus the arms, feel the elbows pull down, shoulder blades drag together. Inhale, reach. Exhale. You might be feeling a little bit of sweat starting to build, maybe some heat. That is beautiful too. Yeah, stay with it. One more. We're going to hold the cactus. Reach the hands back and interlace the fingers. Peel the chest up. It's only a big breath. And then as you exhale, fold, release the hand. Good. We're going to straighten that leg now that's in front. Option to Keep the back heel lifted quite high or step in, place that foot flat. Good, lengthen the spine, drag that outer hip backwards, make sure they're level, and then you decide. Do you want to hang out here and really focus on building your stability, using the foundation of hands and feet to allow you to deepen your flexibility? Or you want to reach those hands behind you, maybe press at knuckles of fists or palms together, opening across the heart, lifting the elbows, lengthening the spine, balancing the pelvis. Final. Yeah, slowly peel yourself all the way up and find that goddess pose one more time. Ooh, sit down into it. Yeah, we're gonna place thumb and index finger to touch, reach the arms up and then slightly open. Soft bend an elbow, or they could be completely straight. We're gonna sit a little lower. Breathe in deeply. Breathe out completely. Good. On the inhale, legs extend, arms reach up. As you exhale, release the hands, spin the toes to face forward, hands to hips. Elbows in, inhale, lengthen, look up. Exhale, wide leg forward fold. Hands start on the floor, sweep the heels even wider than the toes. Inhale, look forward, and then exhale, surrender. Now you have the choice, hands down, hands on ankles or toes, maybe hands behind the back, whatever feels good. I want this to be an opportunity that you can really find stillness, yeah? In that stillness, what comes for you? What comes in the stillness? Could it be a little bit of release? Could it be a letting go of something? Could there be, in this moment of deep stillness, could there be some sense of receptivity? Now, what am I releasing to make myself more open to receive? So one more breath. Yeah. Inhale, just look forward. You're going to heel toe your feet together. So you're still on that long edge of the mat until you're ready to drop down into your Malasana, your yogi squat. Still got this whole long edge situation. Elbows could be inside knees. Try to get the feet flat. We're not going to stay too long. We did enough goddess pose today. But I want you to feel that the thumbs touch the sternum and they lift the sternum up. And then the shoulders roll back and down, and life just feels pretty good. Be open right now. Deep breath. Then we're going to place those hands down on the floor, and one at a time you'll rest your knees down. And that feels a bit weird, I know. But you're on your knees facing the long edge of your mat. So my hands are actually on my hard floor. That's okay. Let's take your right arm up. So now I'm going to be your mirror because I got that, yeah? Your right arm up. Don't worry which way you're facing. Your exhale is going to take your right arm underneath your left armpit and feel that beautiful sense of twist. I want you to press back up again. Peel all the way up. If that felt awesome, I want you to stay with that. If you wanted just to dial it up a tiny bit, take this left leg out, get the left foot flat. Yeah, so you're opposite leg to arm, and then go back to that twist. Done. We're going to stay here for a couple of breaths. Now I'm going to reach back and feel, and my hips still level. So for me, if I have that straight leg out, I'll tend to lose that leveling of the hip. So straight leg, we want to drop that hip. Bent leg, we want to lift that hip. Then you feel the sensation. Maybe you've reached your left arm up and wrapped it around to the inner right side. Let's place the hands down on the floor, crawl your way back up. If you haven't yet taken that left leg out to the side, do so now because we're coming up. Yeah, leveling out the hips and reaching the right arm up. We'll slide that left hand down the left leg. It's as if I haven't been doing this my entire adult life, and the name of the pose has completely escaped me. But you know where we're at together, right? Keep reaching, giving yourself space on that left side of your body. Close. Let's place that left knee down. Come forward to all fours, still facing that long edge of the mat. Good, and we're only going to do it with the knee bent first. So left arm up, weave it under, give yourself that really nice twist. I did this earlier in my practice today, and I said, you know what, this feels like enough for me today. It's just what I needed. But if you want that bit more, heel your way up. Good. I like to take support first and take the right leg out, right foot flat, level the hip. And then I'll take that left arm underneath. Once you find your spot, easing into it, take that right hand back and feel it. If you're like me, those hips, they have a mind of their own. So we want to here lift the left hip a little bit, drop the right hip down. You'll feel that in the inner groin. Maybe you've taken the right hand behind your back and started to roll the chest open without compromising the hips. One last breath right here. Let both hands back onto the floor, peel yourself up. Again, if you haven't straightened that right leg out, go ahead now. Take that right leg up. We're coming all the way up, leveling out the hip. And then the left arm reaches up. I like to glue it against the side of my head. And then I'm only going to slide down as far as I can without losing that contact of the arm and the ear. Reach away. Hips fully extend. Press forward. And slowly come back. Now this time you'll place that knee down. I'm going to spin around. You're fine facing where you are, or you can face the short edge of your mat, whichever you prefer. But I want you in a kneeling position. If you're not comfortable low kneeling, just come straight to high kneeling. We're coming there anyway. Both hands press. This time I want you to press them on top of the heart. One hand on top, other hand on top of that. Feel the beating of your heart. It's still happening. Don't judge it. Don't count the beat. I see you. Yeah? Just thank God right now that heart is still beating beneath your head. And then as you breathe in, we're going to lift the hips up off the heels, reach the arms out, open. That's the receiving. And then as you exhale, bring the hands back to the heart. Yeah. That's the giving. Inhale, reach, open, extend and expand yourself to receive. As you exhale and come back, give back to yourself. Inhale, reach, lift, open. Open heart. Exhale. Continue. Maybe you're moving just a little faster than I am right now. Maybe it's a bit slower, and I am so fine with it. Good. But our idea here is that we're opening ourselves to those beautiful things in our life, those beautiful feelings in our life. And then when we allow ourselves to bring this beautiful state into our practice and then beyond, off the mat, what is possible? Yeah? What is possible when we lead from this place that our hands keep coming back to? When we lead from heart. In this beautiful state, we lead with love. We cannot be unloving or uncompassionate, is that a word? We can't be unkind if we're in this vibe, in this feeling of beautiful state, in this feeling, vibration of love. Stay up in your high kneel position, release the hands. If you need to fold your mat because you're on a hard surface, feel free. We're going to start prepping for some camel business. It'll be a bit different because a bit dancier. So you're going to curl your toes today, bring the heels a bit closer to you. Please do note it is ideal if your hips can stay on top of your knees. You don't want to be way back here, okay? Hips try to stay forward, but that comes with the lift of the back ribs that we've been practicing a lot tonight. So it's not our full camel. Yep. Lift the pelvic floor. Feel the glutes are active and engaged. And let's bring those hands back onto the heart. We're going to spin. I'm going to just go with you this time. Spin your right arm up, right hand back to that right heel. So it's not too far back. We're going to keep the chin up. And then we're going to sweep that left arm up, open and back. Reach it out to the side like a big, huge sweeping up. Good. And then you're going to let that left arm cross towards the right and peel you out of it. And it's actually just going to swing across and find the left heel. And that right arm is going to swing around in a big circle and stretch out. Yeah, we're going to hold it this first one, but then we're going to move with our. Good. So the exhale breath is going to bring the right arm across to the left side, across out in front of us. Inhale, the left arm starts to reach up as the right hand finds the heel. Good. And then your exhale. Now, if this is like, no, Jess, this doesn't feel right for today. I think I've worked myself enough. You're going to keep the hands on the hips. You keep going if you're there. Otherwise, hands are on the hips. Right hand can stay, left arm can reach up. Swing that left hand to the hip first. Then start a little rotation. Yeah, you just want to feel that the sternum is lifting, the back ribs are lifting, the hips are staying over the knees. Don't worry if you're getting way back there. Good. So you have one more on each side. For you, that might mean two more on one side. I want you to feel really balanced. Good. Whenever you have completed, point the toes, we'll sit the hips back. Now, if you're comfortable, you're going to get those calf muscles out of the way and see if the hips sink between the heels. If that's not a good feel, sit the hips to heels or just go to cross legs. Sukhasana, easy pose. But if you've arrived here in Virasana, we're just going to hang for a second. Feel for the hips trying to settle down a little bit deeper, a little more relaxed. If the knees are saying no way tonight, again, easy cross legs is yours. Doesn't matter what your lower body looks like right now. You're just going to start to crawl the hands forward. So if you've joined me in Virasana, yeah, the calves are rolling out to the side, the bottom's on the floor between the heels, you're not going to get very far. Yeah, just let your head hang, be okay with wherever you land. And I want you to send some more breath into the back side of the body. Really let that back side of the body expand. Good. Stay as you are for just one more breath. Good. And then we're going to feel ourselves up. So if you have come to cross legs, I would recommend try coming back to kneeling. I just want to check because I'm super in love with this pose when it's taught properly. Anyone with the experience of Bikram yoga, it is in the Bikram series, but I need you to know that we're not doing it like that. We're starting in a kneeling position to prepare for rabbit pose. We want to bring the top of the head to lightly touch the floor. Now, when we do that, Bikram says you can bring your forehead to your knees or crawl your knees to your forehead. If that just comes naturally, okay. But it shouldn't compromise your neck at all. It should feel beautiful. You're going to reach back and let your hands find your heel. Yeah, let your chin fall to your throat. If you would prefer to watch once, just watch, that's fine. You'll have time to be in the pose. But when you're curling down, you want to round your spine as much as you can. Most of you know my spine is not actually very good in this position in flexion. You want to round it as tight as you can. I already feel a stretch. Yeah, but I'm going to let my top of my head just fall down to the floor. And then when I'm ready, I'm secure, hands are holding heels, I'm going to lift my bottom up. Now, it might not actually lift up very far, but that's okay. The stretch is happening. Yeah, now I'm gonna come out of the pose so I can speak a little bit better. I want to make sure that in the position that you're in, you feel safe, you feel secure. Yeah, navel to spine, top of the head lightly touching the floor. It can take a little bit of weight, but it doesn't need to put a lot of pressure. If you're watching this replay and you happen to have a little bubs joining you inside the tums, this one not for you. Time for child's pose. Okay? But if you're hanging in that rabbit pose and things feel okay, Yeah, see if you can take a deep breath, lift the pelvic floor and the navel, and then lift the hips a little higher. Give your arms a stretch as they traction, they pull on those heels. Great work. And I'll just come out of it with you again. You'll rest the hips to the heels. Take your time to peel yourself up. And then no real sudden movements. You just kind of want to see like what happened after. Really big rush of blood to the brain, to the face, back of the heart line. So let's release the legs out. Give them a shake because they've been flexed for some time now. So I'd like to really give them a good shake out. Yeah, and then just shift a little forward on your mat so you know you have enough space to lie down. And we'll take a deep breath and reach the arms all the way. Let's tip forward, stretch forward. And as you come up, I want you to bend the right knee in, bring it with you. You can hold the knee, could be here. Hold behind the right calf or ankle, could be here. Or maybe it goes straight. I do not mind as long as you're lifting the chest, rolling the shoulders back. You feel like you're light and lifting up here. Yeah, not back here. Oh. Let it feel really beautiful. Now, some of us might say, oh, I want a little deeper stretch, go with that. Some of us might want a little twist. Now's your chance. Whatever feels really nice. We're here for about 2 more breaths. Now to come out of it, we're going to do a big fold. So I want you to inhale, lift up as tall as you can. See if you can hold that leg all the way down. Keep pulling your chest forward. Keep pulling it forward and then rest it down, fold forward. Good. Stay here for an inhale. Paschimottanasana. Exhale. On the next inhale, you're going to try to bring that left knee with you. So pull the knee in. You've got some leverage to get really tall in the spine. And then if it feels right to walk the hands up the legs a little bit, maybe get that left leg straight. Yeah, be away from you, that's fine, but we're not leaning away from the leg. Get really tall and lifted. Once you feel both sits bones grounded and you can tell the spine is tall, pop the head up. Then you make your move. Maybe you pull it closer, maybe you twist it out. Maybe you just hang out with a bent knee for now. We're here for 2 more breaths. Now we're going to take a nice full deep breath in. We're going to super gracefully stretch it as far forward as we can, chest leading to rest it down. Good. Last time here is full Paschimottanasana, forward fold, deep breath. Exhale it all out. Inhale, just round your spine, roll up as tall as you can. And then exhale again, round your spine, roll back, and take your legs to the side. Let's have the legs stretching up to the ceiling so that the feet seem like they're resting on top of the knees, knees resting on top of the hips. Take the arms out to the sides like airplane wings if you can. Spin your palms up. While you're here, you're going to lengthen the back of the neck, make any adjustments that you need. And start to slide your shoulder blades underneath your body a little bit more. And you have 2 choices. Let's all start to come to happy baby, so knees wide, holding shins or ankles or maybe the outer blades of the feet, but only if the shoulders are sitting down and this just feels really good. Yeah, if you're taking it a little bit further, you want to dial it up a notch, you'll just push the balls of the feet into the hands, into the fingers, and get that pressure first. Start to kick the feet out, but as well as backwards. So when you take your legs straight, you don't want them to be as wide as they can possibly go, like a straddle split, but rather shoot them backwards, and you'll feel this kind of resistant connective tissue around the outer edges of the thighs and knees. The IT band gets quite a bit of a release. And we're just here for 1 more. Slide the feet all the way back up to the ceiling. Place those hands down. Take a deep breath in. And as slowly as you can, I want you to control those legs all the way down. Maybe you need to take an extra breath because you're going so slow. And once they reach the floor, let the feet separate. Heels turn in, toes turn out. Back to the hands, rest on the floor. palms face up. Go ahead again, try to shimmy those shoulder blades a little bit closer together underneath you. So that allows the chest to be quite open, the collarbones to stay open. Notice that steady rhythm of your breath. And let's just take a moment to just take back control of the breath just a little bit. We've been kind of letting it be wherever it is. And I want you to know that that's a really beautiful part of the practice. When we notice that we're breathing in more and we're taking quite short exhales, not allowing ourselves to let go of that breath, let go of the stuff. Yeah, I would say something else, but I'm not sure who else is listening. Yeah, so we find those inhales longer than our exhales. Just think, where am I holding on to? What am I gripping? What can I let go of a little bit more? And if you find often that the inhales are quite short, and the exhales seem then a little longer, maybe I need to check into where am I not receiving enough or allowing myself to receive. Yeah, maybe there's some support that you need to call upon. Probably been there all along. Maybe we're just not allowing ourselves to receive. Yeah. And now we're going to bring that breath into equanimity, even if it requires us to take a little conscious control. We will take a bit of a retention or a kumbhak at the top and the bottom of the breath. If that's not a fit for you tonight, don't worry. You'll just continue to match your inhale and exhale. Okay, let's empty the breath out together. And then we'll begin inhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Out 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Out 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Out 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Out 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold and relax. Deep inhale. Complete exhale. Just let it go. Let go of control of breath, of body, of mind. Let yourself come to rest in the nourishment of all of that breath, that oxygen that we just brought in. Let yourself rest. Embrace the stillness, the ease, the peace. Embrace the sounds around you, the silence within you. You're beginning to understand, aren't you? The whole world is inside of you, in your perspective and in your heart. And that to be able to find peace, you must be at peace with yourself first. And to truly enjoy life, you must enjoy who you are. And once you learn how to master this, be protected from anything that makes you feel like you can't go on. That this gift of recognizing yourself, even when you're alone, you'll never be lonely. The whole world is inside. You hear me? Everything that makes up this one great universe is inside of you. So Eastern traditions explain this concept through the triguna, so the fundamental qualities of sattva, rajas, and tama. Finding balance in the gunas is what's creating this harmony for us. So when your external world is feeling a little bit out of balance, go inside and cultivate a sense of balance in the inner world. And when it's the inner world that's feeling a little off, taking control of some of the external factors, the ones that you do have control over, this will inadvertently help to balance both the inner and outer world. We don't want to go on too much here about the gunas. This post is always available for you, but I want us to understand this concept that we don't have to search outside of ourselves to find what's beautiful. Yeah, I was sneaky and I asked you to go and look outside, because when we take a moment to look out there, there's so much beauty around us. But see, that amount of beauty that's outside of us is inside of us. We have to be looking for it inside too. Yeah, what's beautiful about me, and how can I bring forth that sense of beauty in my action, in my speech, and in my thought. Mm-hmm. And then when I live in this really beautiful state within myself, then I will be vibrating on that frequency of love and kindness and compassion. And so if this is what the practice helps us to cultivate, even just a little, I think our work here, really beautiful. Go ahead and just gently roll yourself over to one side of the body. Give yourself a moment, pause there lying on that side, and just smile. I can't see you, so I want you to make it a really big, cheesy smile, because that actually feels good. It sends a little memo up to the brain that something's going right, and so boom, serotonin. It was that yoga that gave it to you. Yeah, keep that smile on, press yourself up comfortable, tall seated position. Let's go ahead and place the hands one on top of the other over the heart. With that smile, that breath, and that feeling of what it feels like to be in that just beautiful state. Mind, body, soul, emotion, energy. Let's take this with us into the night, into the week, and moving forward as we roll into a new month. As always, it's such an honor to guide your practice. Namaste.